that's been our look at the news media. The power of mass communication makes us probably the most informed nation in the world.
It does?
Sure. For instance, just look at how much the White House, under President Nixon's been using the media to reach the people. You know that President Nixon depends more on television than Lyndon Johnson.
Well, of course he does. Why would he depend on LBJ for anything?
You can't discuss anything of any importance with you.
Of course you can. Just try.
All right. Well, suppose I brought up the economy.
Well, it's about time somebody did.
Well, I can't argue with that.
All I got to say is we got to do something about the high cost of loving.
That's living.
It certainly is.
You know, I'm happy we decided not to marry and just stay good friends.
The children are happy about it, too.
Mr. Gardner, I sure enjoyed you and support your local sheriff.
I'm not James Conner.
I know. We just had that joke left over when he was on the show last year.
It's no joke.
Well, that suit is.
Hey, yeah. Oh, for heaven's sake, you want... You're cute. The other day, we were chasing a bank robber in our squad car, and the traffic was so heavy it got away. Of course, he had the advantage. He was on foot.
I just lost a good part because the director said I never paid any attention when he talked to me. At least that's what I think he said.
Annie, come here a minute. Sorry, Carl.
Yes, Dick.
What was it you wanted to...
Oh, I remember, Dick. I wanted to tell you that I thought the kids today were terribly tough.
Tough? Are you kidding? I grew up in a neighborhood so tough, the welcome wagon was a hearse.
Our club refuses to support the feminist position that women ought to be equal with men. After all, why should we lower ourselves?
I know someone who just went to the Masters and Johnson Sex Institute. He was kept after school every day for being good in class.
Would you send in the first patient, please? Thank you.
Hello, Doc.
Gee, how's it going?
Well, I got this little painful twinge here. It really kind of worries me.
Oh, really? Well, I wouldn't worry. I've had painful twinges.
You have?
Where? Right here, in this shoulder.
No kidding.
Yeah, honest.
Let me look at that. Where is it?
Well, it's sort of right around
That
there.
hurt?
Oh, you kidding? That?
How long has this been bothering you?
That's about a week.
No kidding. I wish you told me about this sooner.
Well, you know, I mean...
Let me just try something.
Okay, go ahead. Well, again, please. Oh, that did it. Oh,
You all right?
That's much better. I can move now.
Now, let me know if this acts up.
Okay, fine. When do you think I should see you again?
Well, let me see. I think I can see you next... How about next Tuesday?
Fine. I'll send you a check.
Okay, see you later.
Okay, fine. Send in the next patient, please. Thank you.
Hi, I'm a little rushed today, Doctor, so just take 2 aspirins and call me in the morning.
Oh, fine.
Goodbye.
Bless you.
$1.
That'll be $4, please.
Of course I'll still respect you.
Well, where have you been? It's time to introduce the quickies.
Well, I'm sorry I'm late. I just had my eyes tested by an optimist.
You didn't have your eyes tested by an optimist.
I was, too?
No, you didn't either. You had them checked by an optometrist. An optimist is a person who is always hopeful.
Aha, that's the one. You should see the bill that there's a lot of hope I'm going to pay.
There's a lot of doctors here as well. What did doctor say about your eyes? They okay?
No, that they're a beautiful shade of blue.
Well, that's a stupid thing for a doctor to say. They're not.
Well, I don't think so. Neither did she.
Hey, would you do me a favor?
What's that?
Watch out. Keep an eye on the quickies.
That's funny. That's what my doctor told me.
Keep an eye on the quickies?
38, 28, 38.
Okay. Watch it. There must be 10,000 of them out there.
Yeah. Hello, honey? I gotta work late again tonight. No, don't wait up. I'll get a bite on the way home.
Nancy, does news involving death ever affect you emotionally?
Only once, when I heard that the bunny had died.
Long live those bunnies.
Nancy, you know what?
What?
I have a hearing aid on. It's so you can't even tell that you can't see it. It's so tiny and good. It's got 5 transistors. It's a fabulous hearing aid.
Oh, well, how much was it?
20 after 8.
Hello, this is the commander. I need a man to rush that enemy pillbox and get in a couple of grenades before they cut you down. Any volunteers?
Right, sir. Here, it's for you.
Oh, Grandpa, you've just dropped the mirror. Now you're going to have 7 years bad luck. Oh, Grandpa.
I'll take it.
They're coming. Must be 500 of them. Quick, do something.
All right. Hello, Colonel Sanders. Could I have 500 buckets of chicken fast?
The bulk of my estate of $2 million I leave to my devoted goldfish, Burton. If anything should happen to him, the entire estate will revert to my trusted housekeeper, Emma Goober.
Oh, did you hear that, Burton? You're a millionaire. Did you hear it, Burton? Burton, a millionaire.
Unless Burton's death should be in some way contrived by some individual, at which time all monies shall be given to the Los Angeles Police Department.
Oh, Burton.
Well, that's so much for the quickies. We would like you... Dick? I say that's enough for the quickies.
Oh.
What's that?
What do you mean, what's that? It's my turtle, Donna.
You wear a turtle around your neck.
That's funny, so do I. His name is Donna.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, what is that?
Why do you wear a turtle around your neck?
Well, we tried it the other way, and it just didn't work.
What's it for?
I use him for telling time.
Okay, what time is it?
I really don't know.
He's been running a little slow lately.
Later that same day,
A greyhound owned a rabbit that he entered in a race against a turtle. The turtle lost, and the greyhound ate him. Moral, don't start up with a dog of the hair that beat you. Carol, I'd like you to meet Ted and Alice.
Oh, Bob.
This war against Philip doth not go well. Could we but learn the enemy's strength and position.
Sire, this news cometh. Even now do I expect the return of him whom I sent forth as a spy. One Shakespeare, William Shakespeare. Ah, 'tis he.
Ah, quick man, what did you learn?
E'en so as morn's first beam by Phoebus did I virgin bright did I aspire to descry. Full noisome the sonorous clamor of advertities girding to fay forth in the fray.
Yes, man, but how many cannons and where?
Aye, cannon, likened unto the awesome tones of Maris, that god, full panoplied in burnished steel, whose sons...
Get to it, man. Which way are they coming?
North! There beckons Boreas!
North, from the north?
Boreas, whose icy clutch doth attenuate the feeble orisons into the south, where
South.
Zeus...
South, he said south.
Yeah, but he also said north.
Which is it, man, north or south?
It is the equinox, whence Apollo amongst the learned Greeks did wend westward.
Westward, he said westward. Is that it? Are they coming from the west?
Or the north?
Or the south?
These be but the cardinal points whence did Agamemnon wend into the fabled east.
East, he said east, I heard it.
But he said south.
He said north, too. Is that what he said?
Well, I also heard west.
We're surrounded. We must flee for our lives.
They flee. Strange. I sought north, south, east, and west and saw no one at all. Well, I tried to tell them, and in telling them, I got such a thirst and hunger.
That'll be fine. Thank you. Now would you bring in my husband?
Certainly, ma'am.
Which way should I put him?
This way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Would you bring in my psychiatrist,
Yes,
please?
certainly.
Can I get to Main Street from here?
Nope.
Why not?
Well, because you got 2 flat tires. That'll be $4, please.
And now, another episode with the Farkle family entitled Frank Farkle and His Electric Burfle. We join them as we hear Frank Farkle say to his dear Fanny,
We join them as we hear Frank Farkle say to his dear Fanny.
Someone just said to his dear Fanny, you've got it out of order.
Out of order, my dear Fanny? Imagine, my dear Fanny, out of order. Anyway, I'm Frank Farkle. This is my dear Fanny, out of order. Our trusted friend and neighbor, Ferd, the kids, and our children. How's Trix, Ferd?
She's fine, by the way, Frank. Where's your youngest son, Marty Farkle?
Strange, I haven't seen him around lately. Where can he be?
Marty Farkle went home to Mukluk, Lapland.
Of course, dear Marty Farkle. How I miss him. I'll never forget his dear face. Hark, who can that be?
Hi, I'm your youngest son. I went off to explore Mukluk, Lapland, remember?
No, can't say I do.
I'm Marty Farkle.
I'm Frank Farkle here.
Dear Fanny Farkle?
Marty Farkle, Marty.
Simon there, Marty Farkle. Marty Garfarkle there.
And her?
Hey!
Flicker Farkle.
Hey!
I sure was. Nevertheless, I was the first outsider in Mukluk, Lapland.
He must be first.
Outsider in.
Mukluk, Lapland.
And I have met the loveliest lass in Lapland. I have brought her home.
Hark, who can that be?
Remember the Lapland lass I lately lauded?
No, can't say I do.
Well, her name is Luckbeck. She's from Mukluk, Lapland. Meet Lapland's loveliest lass, Luckbeck from Mukluk. Just think, I was the first outsider in Mukluk, Lapland.
Hey, what?
Outsider in.
Mukluk, Lapland.
He was the second.
Outsider in.
Mukluk, Lapland.
Don't avoid forgetting to tune in next week, folks, when we'll hear Ferd Burfle say...
That's a lovely-looking Lapland lass you've landed there.
And that's the truth.
You know, know, Doris, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met in my life.
I bet you say that to all the beautiful girls. I bet you don't even know the color of my eyes.
Of course I do. They're red.
How did you ever remember?
Because they're the same color as your nose.
Oh, flatterer. I can't get my hands off my fan. Help me, Lynn. Help me. I'm stuck in my hair. My hand is...
You didn't say goodnight.
Face north. It's time once again to present our Whoopee Award.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Tonight, our golden gadget goes to 25 young people who found a new way to protest for peace within the nation.
That's right. These youngsters were running to demonstrate that there are better ways to protest than rioting and burning down buildings.
They made a lot of friends for peace movement in our nation, all the way from Los Angeles to Sacramento.
That's true.
As a matter of fact, many police chiefs along the way, they greeted the group and they signed the peace flag that they were carrying.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
a switch. Well, here's to you, gang, for showing that there are positive ways of expressing discontent.
Tune in next week when our Whoopee Award goes to Little Miss Jeannie Beeger.
Oh, what did she do?
Well, for one thing, she didn't run all the way from Sacramento. She stayed right here with me.
Well, that's our show for tonight, folks. Say goodnight, Dick.
Hold it. Don't you want to hear who's going to be with us next week?
Not particularly, no.
Well, I'm glad you're not particular, because we're having Boffo the talking dog.
Talking dog. What does he say?
I can't tell you.
Now, wait a minute. You can't come out here and tell the people we're going to have a talking dog on the show and then refuse to say what he's going to talk about or what he's going to say.
Well, if I told you what he says, we'd never be able to get him on.
You're not intimating that this dog says naughty words.
No, he spells them.
Now, where on earth would a dog learn to spell naughty words?
Well, for one thing, he was in the Navy for 20 years.
I've never known any sailors who spell. They say them. They don't spell them.
Boffo was an officer.
I don't. Officer, we're not going to have any dog on the show that spells naughty words, folks.
Okay,
so...
but don't blame me if you start getting a bunch of obscene letters he also writes.
Say goodnight, Dick.
Good night, Dick. And good night, Boffo. And keep those cards and letters coming in.
Did you know that Hugh Hefner flunked his bunny test?
Well, what do you expect from a guy who built an empire based on the moral standards of a rabbit?
What is it, Parker? I hope so.
I know a girl
Yes.
who went out with Gig Young and returned an old lady.
Oh, I didn't like it.
I returned an old lady once and got 4 empty bottles.
Oh, get in there, Alan.
I knew that wouldn't work. I
Just
tried
get
it. I
back.
tried it.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Get in the morning meat.
And in the morning mean who?
If in the morning meat, the fish is all orp. And in orp, the milli, see the born, the severne.
Oh, get away from me, you dirty old man. You're driving me bananas.
Hello, Ruth. Did you know that motherhood is the invention of necessity?
Oh, really? That was great.
Thanks, and now here's Carl.
Hello. You know, folks, an egg shampoo is really great for your hair. The only problem is getting the chicken to stand on your head.
Okay, hold it down. Hello. Last night I went to a movie that was so boring, the guy sitting next to me put his hand on my knee and fell asleep.
I met my wife in an airplane in the first class section. First class. You know, there ought to be a truth in seating law.
Yes.
Would you like to see lovers leave?
Oh, I'd love to.
Then throw cold water on them.
Oh, wow.
That's so rude. I could get a chill myself.
drop any lower on dresses this year, we're liable to have a nun on the best dress list.
What is converted rice? Probably Catholic.
Hey, knock, knock.
Knock, knock, who's there?
I can't stand that anymore. That's so rude. I don't understand that. You know, I'm very clean about my person. I've never done anything.
Years from now, historians will look back at Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In and say that show was pre-recorded.
I think my windshield wiper's broken.
Huh. You're right. That'll be $4, please. Want me to try the other one?
You're very mean. If my aim were better, I'd drive right over your foot.
Okay, but that'll be $4 too.
Surprise!
Do you know any of these people?
I never saw them before in my life.
I don't know any Filipinos. This isn't the place. Let's get out.
Very interesting. Because, you know, I really like that Carl Reiner. That man is a shining example. He is tops. He is really tops. It's one of...
That was so nice of you, Wolfgang. So nice.
Speaking of shining tops, here's Herr Reiner.
Oh, no, don't say, don't take fun.
Okay, here's hairless Reiner.
Don't, come on, Wolfgang, with the bad jokes about my hair. I'm disappointed in you. You're a cute little fella.
I got a million of those kinds, but that wasn't a joke about hair, man. That man here was a joke about no hair.
Oh.
Because you want honest to goodness, you're the only hairless hair here.
Come in. May I suggest something constructive?
Yes?
Why don't you grow?
Yes, but
Shut up and grow.
But I don't...
I just shut up and go to your bunker.
I am in my bunker.
Then I'm going to the officer's mess. I don't want to share a bunker with you.
She won't talk to you either. Not today, gone tomorrow. That's what we always say. But Lucy, my little babaloo, I wouldn't get in your hair for anything. And as for you, Mr. Arness, with that horse, I wouldn't mess with that horse, because that horse is a waste of height. Back to the glue factory, as we say in the industry.
Good night, America, and good night, Mr. President. That was a little spirouette just for you, Mr. Agnew.
AM and FM.